Here is a simple flying currency calculator that I created using Google Sheets. You can access this file by clicking the link in the description below. This calculator is based on the currency requirements of my flying club, which states that in order for me to stay current, I need to fly at least 3 hours in the last 90 days and at least once in the last 60 days. What I do is input the flight date and the Hobbs time, and everything else is calculated automatically. Because I also fly at night, I also keep track of the number of night landings. Because of my flying activity, I find that keeping track of the last 3 flights works best for me. This might change depending on your own activity. To input your data, all you got to do is input the flight date by double-clicking inside the cell. You can do it 2 ways. You can double-click inside the cell, finding the date. In my case, this flight was October 22nd of last year, and I flew 1 hour on the Hobbs. This flight here was November 8, 2017. Now, another way you can do it is just to actually input the date by inputting the month, the day, and the year, and clicking return or enter. And that flight was 1.4 on the Hobbs. And the final flight, or the last flight that I went on, was on December 28 of last year, and I flew for 1.6 hours on the Hobbs. Now, some of these flights were actually at night, so I'm going to go ahead and input the number of night landings. And in order for this to work out, I actually look back in my logbook to the point where the total number of night landings is 5 or more. And in my case, that was on September 9th of 2017. And I did circuits that night and completed 5 night takeoffs and landings. Once all the data is in, I can look at the dates and it will tell me that I'm 90-day current until January 20th, 60-day current until February 26th, and night current until March 9th. Now, how did I do this? Basically, I've input this formula here to calculate 60 days from that date. And in here, I've input 90 to add 90 days to that date. If you have different currency requirements, all you have to do is change those numbers. These cells here actually just reflect those. So if you make any changes to the formulas here, these will update automatically. The only difference is this one here. The currency requirement is 5 takeoffs and landings at night within the last 6 months. So what I've actually done is taken this date here and added 6 months. And all I did was use this formula. And the 6 in this formula is 6 months. So if you want to change that to 5 months or 4 months or 12 months, you just change that number to reflect your own requirements. And that's it. So if you think you might be able to use this, feel free to click the link below, and just remember, you'll have to make a copy before you can customize it. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for how I can make this calculator even better, please feel free to comment below. Take care and fly safe.